Hello and welcome to my channel. Here I review movies and today's film is Atlas. It's a sci-fi action film about a team of soldiers and an analyst being sent to track down a dangerous AI terrorist. Leo Sardarian and Aaron Eli Collette wrote the story, and Brad Payton directed the film, which stars Jennifer Lopez, Simu Liu, and Sterling K. Brown. Okay, the big attractions in this film are the acting and the visuals. The story is an absolute mess of cliches and other problems, but we'll leave that for later and start with what they did well. The cast comes out swinging on this one. You have Mark Strong playing a brief but powerful mentor role. Sterling K. Brown plays the witty squad leader, and Gregory James Cohen does an incredible Sonny impression. The general cast are playing soldiers or AI. Both are stereotypes, but the film doesn't focus much on the background, and they do well when they're around. The real standouts are Jennifer Lopez and Gregory James Cohen. The two of them play out the I-robot relationship where a human who doesn't trust robots must work together with one in order to save humanity. Both of them give their all, and there are some great moments between them. I actually ended up feeling quite a bit from both of their performances, despite the hammy writing. Jennifer Lopez is playing her usual sassy woman protagonist and does a few emotional outbursts, comedic lines, and action poses, and does them well. She also shows off a lot of charm. Gregory James Cohen is called on to do a lot more comedic relief and exposition dumping. He manages to keep it interesting by injecting a ton of sarcasm and personality into the dialogue while somehow maintaining that awful synthetic cadence. The visual journey is a mixture of animation work and real sets. It's a little surreal at first, seeing them side by side, but if you give them a chance, they do some really fun things with it. The journey ends up being easy to follow, filled with lots of science fiction elements that are fun to look at, and it has a few awesome robot fights. For standout visuals, they have a couple of humans and mechs versus androids fights, and they are epic. There is so much going on, and they get really creative with the kills and fight sequences. They inject a lot of back and forth in it too, and it keeps things exciting. They also have a fairly competent scored orchestral track behind the journey. It does a great job of amplifying the emotions in a scene and helping set the tone. If you're in the mood for something light and you don't care about the story that much, this film's alright. Now we should address the writing and just how dumb this movie is. It's a fantasy movie, so you have to give it a little bit of leeway, but they take advantage of that so hard that it becomes obnoxious. There are so many bad decisions being made left and right by both the military and the AI that are honestly mind-blowing. Leaving their opponents alive to gloat, sending a tiny team with no communication to take on an unknown force on an unknown planet. Or how about everything related to the nuke and its place in the story? Just no. The arc suit is also pure magic. It's only as strong as it needs to be for the story. Like in the hands of trained soldiers, it's actually a paper vest that the AI can shoot right through. In JLO's hands, it's an impenetrable super weapon designed to kick butt and chew bubblegum. It makes for some fun action scenes, but they don't make a lick of sense. The story is also so cliche. They take every single one they can and ram it right down your throat. There's the I can't find a good coffee meme. The whole relationship between Smith and Atlas. Even the evil AI bad guy who has to save humanity from itself by executing them. It's so cliche that it becomes completely predictable. Even the twist at the end is so overdone at this point that I have to wonder why they didn't bother trying to change it in any way to make it their own. It just feels bland. Even the soundtrack followed suit and uses the same cliche style of scored instrumentals movies have been relying on for years. It's like they ran out of material and so they just shuffled the deck and started reading their cards again. Personally, the premise, dialogue, and music were all so unoriginal that I had a hard time sitting through this film. The actors were clearly giving it their all and trying to make it work, and they even managed some good moments. The visual journey was a bit weird at first, but it had a lot of cool moments, and they got the story across clearly. Even the bland soundtrack had its moments. I just can't stand watching AI lose to we strapped knives to our arm and ran at you harder level of writing. It's super far in the future and you didn't develop EMPs? We have them right now. If you don't mind a mindless tale, give it a shot. Otherwise, pass. As for a rating, I'd give this film a 6 out of 10. Remember, these are just my thoughts on the film. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Bye-bye.